This is a take on Awesome Buck Rom and Machobuck Rom, out of International Sporting Dog Journal, July 2012. Machobuck vs. Awesome Buck, as seen through the eyes of Mr. Clean. I had the opportunity to see Awesome Buck a handful of times outside the box, and he was truly awesome. The first time I saw Awesome Buck was at an AADR show outside of San Antonio, Texas. He was screaming in the show ring, displaying his dominance and confidence. This amazing specimen had the conformation to allow him to compete in the fast lane. Awesome Buck was later awarded Best in Show by B. Bailey that day. Months had passed and feud was brewing between the Awesome Buck and Machobuck camps. Both were claiming to have the best at 51 pounds. After much debating back and forth, they were never hooked. Except for one raining day in the southeast Texas area at an AADR weight pull. The event was being held in JW Backyard. However, many spectators couldn't weather the storm and left due to the rain conditions. The moment had finally come to see Awesome Buck and Machobuck compete on the weight pull track. They both met at the scale. Awesome Buck was clearly the smaller dog, which it came in at 51. Machobuck, the bigger dog, came in at 55 pounds and then on the track. Both dogs were pulling an unreal amount of weight in the flash flood storm conditions. It was an amazing display. The two cousins were back to back. Awesome Buck was the crazier of the two. It's like the dogs were talking to each other as they were screaming back and forth, pulling and stretching their bodies across the weight pull track. Awesome Buck was being coached by the little boy, Chico Jr. He was using an umbrella as a toy. Machobuck was being coached by D-Town and A-Town. On the last pulls, Machobuck got a bit distracted, and instead of the toy, they switched to KFC fried chicken. On the regular rules that was a disqualifier, yet this was a fun show, and what a fun show that was. All of the spectators got a legal display of two of the best renowned dogs of their era. There were two big identical trophies. One read most weight pull, and the other one read most weight pull per body weight. Machobuck ended up winning the most weight pull by 1 brick. Awesome Buck got most weight pulled by body weight. Awesome Buck left the track with blood on his paws, screaming. He had pulled so hard that he peeled his paws. Both astonishing-looking animals, above the pack. Anyways, the memory that I reminisce often about Awesome Buck are the characteristics he displayed. Something we all look for in life, that bulldog, that Rudy, that Rocky Balboa, never giving up, screaming and demanding more. In closing, Theodore Roosevelt once said, "The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes short again and again because there is no Eeyore without error and shortcoming, who knows the great's enthusiasms, the great devotion, spend himself on a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph, never tasted victory or defeat." Mr. Clean, June 2012.